What is up, everybody? Welcome in to the GNL Grand Finals. A hard-fought stage for both these teams coming up. We're going to have Floatation Station as they take on Reikai Esports. Now, starting out, our map will be Bank. Pretty good starter map. Can't quite complain about it. Let's take a flip into these bands real quick and go over everything important. So, tonight's stage looking pretty well set. You know, we're going to be having Border, Night Haven, Chalet, Consulate, and Bank all on the menu. Some pretty interesting strategies I hope to see being employed by these teams. I'm hoping for some good creative holds, hoping for some stuff that's just not quite in the ordinary because, again, it's a BO5 Grand Finals, man. You got to pull out all the stops and make some crazy things happen. Now, flipping in here, let's get the community's predictions right now. I haven't even looked at these myself, but oh, wow. What a pull leaning towards Reikai. Not even a single Floatation Station vote. I'm not sure if they've got the word to start voting yet or to go in and vote for their team. Will be pretty interesting, though. I'm hoping, you know, we get some people in here voting. Maybe get some differences of opinions. Get some votes flowing for these teams. Show some confidence in your boys. Back up to me. We are on a slight time delay right now, waiting on a couple guys to get into the lobby. I believe there is one who is dealing with a situation that is, excuse me, a little bit extraordinary. Put a piece of gum in the garbage. So, hopefully that gets resolved quick and we can get rolling into these matches. Now, let's take a look at how these teams got here. What set the stage to be where they're at? Well, starting out, we had playoffs commencing. Flipping in here, we had Floatation Station as they started out by taking on the Gotham City Gooners. After beating them in a 2-1 victory, they moved on to Vortex Esports. Pretty solid team. Vortex, you know, they're not any slouches. And then we had Reikai, who started against Soft Noodles. Again, Soft Noodles, I've seen their names everywhere. Have yet to catch a game from them, but they are absolutely everywhere. So, pretty solid team from what I gather. But for Reikai to walk in and 2-0 them is a very interesting story. Following that up, we do have Reikai moving on to take on the Robloxians. Have not heard that team. You know, maybe they're just for this league. Maybe they're another team on a different name. Not quite sure what we're dealing with there. But both of these teams moved on 2-0 out of the semis to come into Grand Finals. Floatation Station did have the upper end, the harder, quote-unquote, end of the bracket here. And Reikai right in behind them. So, let's see what these teams can make happen. I mean, Floatation did start as the 5th seed, and Reikai was the 3rd. So, I mean, I guess Reikai is rated higher. They just had the lower side of bracket. Again, two teams absolutely duked it out just to get where we're at. Now, I do have some statistics a bit available to me. Let me see if I can find them for Reikai. Looks like they're kind of a plant-heavy team with Hacker leading the team at 12 of them for himself. KD's, on the other hand, we got Bottom, who appears to be an entry frag player. 1.9 KD. That's almost a 2.0 flat, if you were to ask me. I will round that up for him, because a 1.9 is rather hard to achieve. And we got Love, looking like he might be their secondary player. So hopefully, between these two, we're able to get some good games, like some good frags from their side. You know, Reikai is the one leading the current community polls. I don't have a favor here. I'm not going to pick a side yet. I'm hoping to see some interesting rounds from all teams. And honestly, I mean, all 5's map, that puts us from what? 8 to 9, 8:30 to 9:30, 9:30 to 10:30, 10:30.
All right, we're just going to get a sub for map 1, and then he's going to play map 2. He's having some issues with family. He's got to run to the hospital.
We're going to be over 12 hours, or up till 12 o'clock if we start now. There is a sub coming in from Love,
we don't have our, we just don't have our
sucks. That's the part that I'm sitting here kind of sad about. We're losing Love, that guy who statistically is one of their better players. But, I mean, all 5 maps would be pretty goated. They did say, though, that he will be hopefully back for map 2. He has some personal family issues going on. And again, starting out, it is on Bank. Let me tell them that I am ready. Caster is ready. And it looks like Chicky will be the guy subbing in for them. And are we going to get rolling here? God, I hope so. I mean, I'm hoping for a good game.
All right, are you guys
Last
ready?
time I did GNL, it was pretty solid throughout.
No, sir.
Let me know, Habibi. Let me know.
And they're taking
guys fucking trolling.
a brief minute.
All good.
So I'm going to send us back to the map bands. You guys can take a look at that, and I'll be right back whenever we're ready to roll in. Excuse me. Oh, here we go. Welcome in here to the grand finals. We are underway. Bands coming out. Looks like Floatation Station will be attacking first, getting rid of the Mira in the castle. They don't want nothing standing in their way. They don't want this map changing at all. And then these defenders picking the Ace and the Hibana first, means that they are definitely going to be targeting those upstairs holds immediately. They don't want to have any competition of trying to breach that main long wall. Flipping in here, it will be starting though in the basement. A little bit of an oddity here is typically if you see these bands, that's something that you target out because you want more. Now, I'm taking 2 seconds here to try and plug in my controller. Something I forgot to do the entire time when I was sitting there waiting for the map to start. Because I'm just, you know, a next level genius. Sorry about the cough, y'all. I've had a cold. Alright, casting device is plugged in and live and ready. And a third floor room coming immediately from bottom. We're going to have Real holding those top blue stairs. Zero, for some reason, in open area. It looks like he's giving his Jaeger an escape hatch. Pretty smart here. And Chicky also going to be holding upstairs. Reikai immediately pulling out the stops and going for a vertical style hold. However, flipping upstairs, we are going to be having a top-down clear. Already playing these top square windows. Jaeger seems to be the one they want to push. They got to get rid of him if they want to have any chance of starting to take this upstairs. And the Monty is moving in, but the Monty is moving in alone. Forcing Jaeger down the hatch in a matter of seconds. Even Chicky is now downstairs. There's no more top floor contention. It's all just going to be a first floor basement setup. Now, again, Monty does not have any help yet. Nobody is there to assist. But we have a Twitch playing Windows. Denying most of the big open area of main lobby. IQ coming in to help assist. Taking actually down into Teller's offices. And, I mean, that's a pretty quick push if you ask me. These guys already taking space. Everybody in building. A lot of drone work is happening, though. Which is pretty smart. You know, you gotta have everything droned out. You gotta figure out where your enemies are before you can start attempting to take. The live pink's coming for open area, and here come the Grimbees as an execute is being prepped. They gotta clear the Jaeger. IQ dropping, gonna be taking first point of contact. And there goes Jaeger back down into basement. Now, nobody else upstairs. We do have Real playing on the blue stairs, shoddy in hand. Hopefully able to make something happen, but that's a big hopeful. Grenade coming down to try and clear out the hallway. Thankfully, they do have, I believe that was Hacker playing just far enough back on that Valkyrie. Now, locking in this basement, there's only a minute left. It becomes a real challenge, especially when you have Real playing the smoke up here as aggressive as he is. Still has both ADS devices, denying any sort of push. As long as he doesn't swing, this is pretty much a confirmed win for this blue side. I mean, they do have hatch below him. You know they're going to start trying to push him. The best bet for this team is to drop and then double swing this guy on stairs. That becomes a lot harder when you realize everybody else is around you. Hacker is down by Cougar, and then Catalyst will be able to run in and take Real down. That is that blue side now collapsed entirely. And as we see Floatation Station now setting up to try and take through in the server side. Breach coming into the security room. And they now have control. Long back plays coming from Catalyst. However, the long angle falling actually to Chicky. The turtle plant coming from the Montaigne. We do have Chicky who just runs right over top of him. 6 seconds left. He could have clutched the round there. C4 out, but the fuser's planted. C4 misses. No time now for this defender. He's got to make a play and make it quick. With 40 seconds, hits the Monty. Gets the melee off, though, which is just pure luck and a little bit of skill. And now he's got to try and take down this Capital. Hitting him once in the body. Is he able to hit this defuse, though, from the angle? Does he have it? And a drop down coming, baiting it perfectly. We'll have Zero clutching the first round for Reikai. Oh, man. That is exactly the kind of plays I was hoping to see. Trying to take a drink of water. Because I gotta make my voice survive this. I cannot, you know, sell my voice this early on. So let me go into single match, though, and give Reikai the first point. Now, this time, they're going with the second floor hold. I honestly, like, looking at the bands there, thought that this was going to be their first initial hold. But they do elect now to pull it second. I mean, they weren't really efficient on that first round. They did lose all their bodies, and it come down to a last-second clutch against defusing. But that is not something to scoff at. They did do very well on their site hold in making sure that they were able to lock it down. We do have some very, very smart utility being played with these wooden barricades because they know these guys love DMRs. They know they love playing that big window. We've seen the Twitch do it last round. It's going to come and it's going to happen. But very aggressive head holds being made here to hold this top square. Something, honestly, you don't see a lot of teams do anymore because that becomes a liability because of the windows. Now, the attackers here, 4-man spawning out near the dirt tunnel. And I hope to see a quick rush here. They do not have a Monty this time, but they do have a sense in play. So a very good execute operator coming, as well as a Grim and the Osa. So we're expecting to see a plant go down. We're expecting a site execute here from Floatation Station. And I got a feeling they will be able to execute it. Double window plays now being set up. They got the Capital. We're going to flip and watch him play here. Because he is someone that we got to pay some good attention to. Because, you know, him playing this window is probably one of the most important things that's going to happen this round. And Catalyst will be getting that first pick there. A good play from him on the top square. We have Osa walking in, taking square control. And Bottom just saying, that was insane. Catalyst has a cool looking name. Yeah, he does. Rooting for him only is wild. But Conquer going in and now actually setting up those Osas to watch the rotate back to site. They're going to be trying to play this guy out of top square. They do have that shield there, but Catalyst pulls the double kill onto him. Now, Chicky knows somebody's coming from his bottom lobby side. That is a bad, or a big bad Cougar coming through there. And Chicky will find a Wizard, though, which is a great pick for his team, helping out. Real holding his little box office jumping. That is a good slot to hold those stocks. And a pick for Hacker going in a perfect direction. But losing his life to those head holes. The really aggressive ones that we said about earlier that could cost his team. Just did. Now, they still have a bunch of hard breaching charges, but none of them have been used yet. They've got to start getting some walls open. Use that utility to start taking into sight. But Chicky playing long with that DMR is what's going to be super important here to denying any sort of push in from these attackers. Because, I mean, that's an angle and a half right there. You have the advantage and you have to abuse it. We see, I believe that is Catalyst coming in for a swing, but taken down by Chicky. You knew that was coming. That DMR is going to go wild here very, very quick. 45 seconds left. Yod's eating a lot of damage there, using his Sense Gadget to cover him, going for the res, and Cougar is in, but taken down by Real. He does get the revive onto his teammate, and they're now double clearing through square, trying to play these head holes, but what is a smart play will cost him his life as Real pulls a double kill in, finishing out the round for Reikai. A nice double pick too, spraying through walls and just returning and trading fire out as needed. Reikai already starting out on a little bit of a roll here, 2 rounds in a row, and continuing to push. Some ice cold water will do you justice, ladies and gentlemen. So sit back, relax, because I think we got a long night ahead of us. Throw in a Zen, and let's get back to it. Catalyst up to 3 kills already. So far, everybody has died at least once in this game. Not something you commonly see. A lot of times, you'll see that one player kind of lock in, for the first 2 or 3 rounds and not die a single time. Now, coming down here to this kind of staff open area side and making the footholds. I don't know if they're going to quite play as aggressive as they did last time with those head holes. You got to maybe chillax it a little bit. These guys can aim and they can gun. And those head holes could have costed them that round. A good old sip of water and we're back in it. They do have a Pulse on board, which Pulse is a great operator for holding a site like this. Because they're going to come for a top-down clear. You got 3 guys playing upstairs. And they do have some big head holes here, but not the aggressive style to play it from the janitor closet. A topside hold, pretty much like you're holding the normal CEO office up here, but with a little bit of modification. Again, they've got to clear you if they want to take any way into sight, because you have good old Chicky up here, who's going to be holding that top lobby through the Trump windows. They do have, though, some play up on the big quad window, as that is Yods trying to find somebody. Conquer with an immediate scan, but nobody pushing off of it yet. Still just going to keep flipping through, and we do see Conquer enter through ATMs. Hopefully he's able to maybe go in and get a pick here. If he can take out the guy upstairs, that will do a massive thing for him. But they do have live cams on him. I'd hope you have somebody playing cams. Yod's eating a little bit of damage as he trades some shots over there with Chicky. And here comes Conquer right up the spiral stairs. Chicky knows he's there now. He heard him break that barbed wire. Pulse rotating over to try and lend an assist. And here comes Clash. Grenades out, and Clash is pinned in by Ash. Ash getting a pick there onto Chicky, and there goes Clash running down. Bottom runs himself straight into Buck. Those two are just holding hands. Nobody swinging each other, and there goes a swing, costing Real his life. Catalyst on an absolute terror in there, taking that site control. Yod's a little bit squared to jump in. He does have a C4 right below him. And Cougar standing just chilling here next to Zero, swinging him, taking him down for a double pick. Zero did take down, however, Catalyst. 2v2 situation. There's a C4 on board from Pulse, but he does not land it. Bottom at 1 HP. The Clash is still alive. Just holding these bottom marble stairs here, hoping and praying somebody swings him and plays stupid, but he rushes up. This beepers do go off, but he finds a pick. It is now Yods left at a 1v2. And not a whole lot of options here. Clash, again, still alive. Pulse is still up, but Pulse not playing that utility, instead playing his gun. And you hear Yods breaking that window open, smoking himself off. And, ooh, I thought for sure we were going to see a spray through the window here from bottom. I'm not quite sure what we're going to be expecting from these teams. They do have some pings just going around. You can hear Yods now breaking into the cafeteria side, or staff room, and there is Bottom through the feed holes. The man at 1 HP does survive and takes him out. 3-0 for Reikai so far. These guys are absolutely lighting up the scoreboard on them. Playing time very well and playing their lives very well. Finish off my water, and I would not be surprised to see a Clash ban here. Almost like clockwork, we see that Clash ban come out. God, I feel something in my throat. I'm a little froggy still. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm just, getting over being sick. But with the Clash off the board, we're going to see Hacker bring out a Tachanka. A bit weird, but I don't hate it because they go back down to lockers.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
This time, it looks like they're playing more into denying the plant. They knew that almost cost them last round. Excuse me. And I don't think they're going to make that same mistake again. They will, however, be playing the smoke blue stairs, just denying servers altogether. Oh, sorry about that. Got the hiccups now after that last one. As I was saying, they will be playing this top blue. But it looks like Cougar will actually swap himself over onto a Blackbeard, which is, however, the perfect operator to deny Real from his playstyle. Now, yes, he can smoke you. He will deal a lot of damage. But with some well-played utility, he's able to get through there very, very fast. Chicky playing over in the elevator shaft. Set up almost exactly how we seen them set it up last time. Oh, sorry, I got the hiccups really bad. And there's the grenade, immediately denying those Jaeger devices. They do not have blue control anymore. And they are now trying to rush down Bottom, who is playing up in that janitor room. Has the Blackbeard pushing him. Grenade coming out, forcing him out of position. In a swing, but landing Cougar in the head. Great play against a Blackbeard there. Yods taking a little bit of damage there from Zero. And there is Chicky down from Yods, though. I'm sorry, that wasn't Zero shooting him. I was just seeing Zero shoot the exact time he took damage. Now, they do have this top floor control. Whenever bottom dropped, he gave that up. And they lost Chicky, who was also holding up there. However, they are still holding a guy on first floor. Bottom has to do everything he can to buy time and deny this hatch. You cannot let them have it. Losing that point, man. Blackbeard is off the table. Opens up your reign of possibilities by so much because you don't have to worry about being rushed down. You have a fair gunfight at every opportunity. And we have to hope that bottom takes that every chance he gets. They are heavy droning him, though. 3 drones in, I think, at one time. I believe there was one pre-placed and now 2 live ones trying to find him. We have Conquer clearing out the staff room, and I expect a wall bang if one of these drones is able to land. But we do see bottom actually drop the hatch, and he is out of there. Now, 4-man bunker in sight, 4 men playing up above it. We have got to hope that these guys on the attacking side are able to get in there and clear some of this utility before they try and go for a main plant. There is so many Goyos that if one of those goes off while you're trying to plant it, you are basically dead. Having the smokes and the Tachanka just make it a little bit harder to go for any sort of breach play later. And here comes the Twitch, trying to open up or help open up the hatches now, and they will get them. These hatches are such a big play here. Conquer now getting the server wall. We're going to see the normal execute coming, and that fire might be close enough where it is at. But again, they still have a smoke, and they still have Tachanka, who is up and kicking. Misses and actually frags himself out. Now would have been the time to play there. Zero eating some damage and a peek from Conquer. Not a whole lot of time left. They've got to go in and try and make a plant play. But maybe in that server room is not the best idea. Zero finds Catalyst. We got Conquer just running in, taking all the gunfights. Finds Stu, taken down by Hacker. Yod's going for plant. He's in a safe spot. Wizard covering him. It's now Hacker left in a 1v2 situation. Diffuser is down. Wizard's close, and Wizard will find the kill, giving Floatation Station their first round of the game. Very well played by this team. Winning that one off of enemies killed, but it was a diffuser planted round. And what an execute there from Floatation. I mean, it was a little scuffed. You can't give them full, perfect credit there. It was a little scuffed. But they adapted. They made the smart plays. That is where your individual playstyle comes into play. That is where, you know, your solo mentality really shines. They all got into a good position to try and cover that planter guy. Teamwork is coherent there. But we've seen just Conquer go in and gun out for that double kill. I believe that is what set that round into Floatation Station's favor.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Again, going to be playing downstairs. This time bringing an entirely different lineup. We got Real playing as a Maestro. We got Bottom getting off the Jaeger, bringing out the Vigil. Zero saying, hey man, we really don't need the Kaid if they're going to just run Twitch. Let me bring out something to slow the hatches down no matter what. Hacker sticking that Tachanka though, which is a very, very smart play. And we got Chicky playing as the Goyo. The Goyo and the Tachanka are 2 of the best utility operators for this site. Add a Maestro on top, and things just become super hard to push. Once again, we're going to have Cougar playing as that Blackbeard. I got a feeling we're going to see Bottom just dip out and run away. And hopefully we see Cougar. Going to be the one to clear him. They got Conquer with the phone call as well. So a little bit of coordination between these two. Maybe even throw Catalyst in the mix. Because, you know, that IQ is actually really, really good at hunting down the Vigil. But Vigil said, hey, I'm just going to make my escape routes now. Because this shotgun is not the best for it. And are we going to see a garage side take? It already appears that way. As we see a 4-man stack pushing it. Cougar getting in and going deep almost immediately. Blocking some with that shield. It is Tachanka down there. If they take the Tachanka or if they take Zero out, this is a great play for them. These two have been very, very good at their playstyle. Zero getting very aggressive moving up by himself. But we'll find a Blackbeard pick there by himself. And now his 2 teammates are finally moving down towards that garage entrance to maybe assist. Yod's finding a long angle, but taking a DMR round to the chest. Taken down by Zero as he finds another one. Zero eating some damage, but Catalyst is still up there. We have Conquer who's chilling in lobby. Him and Wizard playing together to try and take this. And Bottom will be the one, that point of contact there. A double drop into Vault going fast. Chicky being found by Wizard, but Conquer being found by Chicky. Wizard with the double as he finds Real, but Bottom dropping the hatch right behind him saying peekaboo and getting that kill. Now it is Catalyst by himself pushing through Garage. He can see the legs of Zero and will end the kill there. But the fire from Tachalka coming in here and being super annoying, forcing him to move position and get more aggressive earlier than he should have. Grenade going out to destroy that BP, which is a smart play on his part because they had live pings on you the whole time. Bottom, chilling with that Vigil. He has his device active, trying to find a long angle with that Shoddy. And I got a feeling we're going to see a pick here with a Boss GA Cog, smacking him in the teeth. Reikai pulls another round. Again, not even a scuffed round, just very well adaptation by Reikai, moving around as needed. And we see Bottom making the great play, dropping hatch right behind him. Last round of the half, and Reikai has every opportunity to go up 5-1 here. However, Floatation Station needs to at least limit them to a 4-2 split. Keep themselves in it, keep themselves alive. Excuse me. What's up, Sino? I see you. How you doing?
Attackers need to locate and
Alright, last round. We're going to be going upstairs here. I'm wondering what type of hold we're going to be seeing. If it's going to be aggressive like the last one, or how they plan to do this. With the head holes already being made and we see the DMR in hands, I got a feeling, yeah, they're going to be playing super aggressive to this top square once again. However, last time, having the full wall open did cost them a little bit of damage and I believe even a pick through it. Now, it's not a bad play, but you have to hold that same level of aggression all throughout the round and keep playing those head holes.
5 seconds left.
So far, nobody downstairs on a roam here. It looks like they're going to be just trying to bunker themselves in up top.
Attackers are moving to
And a
the
good
east of
stock setup. With Zero playing a little bit aggressive with that Warden. This time they opt out, put Cougar onto the Dokkaebi, and put Conquer onto the Blitz. The shield push has got to happen. A Blitz shield is a perfect thing. I want to see them take lobby side with this. You know, a lobby-sided push here is not a bad push. However, we will see Yods immediately going up to try and play these windows, trying to find some long angles. Nobody up on roof yet, and here comes the lobby side. I knew it was coming. We see Blitz setting it up, Dokkaebi right behind him, but Wizard not outside playing how I thought he would here. Nobody up on windows, which is a bit surprising. You always have to have that guy up on windows to just try and be an annoyance. Lots of head holes absolutely everywhere, and Conquer being taken down by Real almost immediately. Chicky finding Cougar right behind him. Double pick, losing not only the Dokkaebi, but also the Blitz. Flashbangs, flashing out Real. And here comes Catalyst coming in. Zero taking a little bit of damage. Wizard is down. Yod still on window. Catalyst being forced away. And the flank downstairs coming here. That is Bottom. Bottom getting the pick. Yod's now in a 1v5. Reikai have the opportunity to put themselves up 5-1 on map 1 of the grand finals. If you're Floatation, you cannot let that slide. But what we're expecting out of Yods here is an ace to clutch it up. We see 3 of them stacked out here, running outside to try and take that kill. A little aggressive, eh, don't you think? Chicky says no, he's just going for it. We may see Floatation use this kind of as a tack timeout. As Yaws is just chilling up on roof for a little bit. Which, I mean, take it as a timeout. Stand here, you got a minute, talk it out, figure out what went wrong that last round. You know, what has been happening these rounds. Chicky says, come fight me in lobby. So you know that there's a guy off site. Maybe that makes it a little bit more enticing for you to, you know, go for that 1v1, at least boost your KD a little bit if you can manage to kill him. But that also gives you the idea of, hey man, I know it's a 4v1 on site, 4v3 on site as he takes down Real. And then back to roof he goes. Oh, never mind. 30 seconds left. We are in impact hitting top square. Is there going to be anybody trying to push him? No. Bottom is hiding. Zero is up on site, and Hacker has a pixel onto the door walk-in. With Chicky now saying, okay, you won't fight me lobby, I'll fight you up here, but Hacker finds the kill. Reikai now up 5-1 for their first map. The bans have been lifted, and let's see what we got coming out here now. As Floatation takes their step into defense. I mean, Bank is typically one of those maps that's not sided in either direction. Both sides have equal opportunity to win it. You know, I'm saying that because, I mean, every map has that ability. But, take a map like Chalet. The defense is statistically higher to win that. It's a better defensive map. Take a map kind of like Nighthaven Labs. The defense is statistically higher to win it. But a map like Bank is such a toss-up map that you don't have a statistic for side to side. We do see the Helbana and the Montaigne ban, leaving Ace on the board to get that top wall. And the Kaid and Castle are gone. And that's a bit of a bad call to go basement immediately. You are at disadvantage here. Yeah, you don't have that Kaid to stop a hatch play, but do you really need to stop hatches? You know, let them have it. They gotta push you. Reikai looking like they're bringing a super aggressive lineup here. Coming out with not only a Glaz, but a Blitz and a Deimos. Downstairs, we have Wizard playing as the Mira. They are going to be bringing a Smoke and a Warden. Not to mention that Jaeger to play top blue. That's a setup we've seen happen quite a lot. I noticed it especially around the time of the Boston like finals, you know. I mean, like during the whole time I was in Boston, that was such a major play during the Invitational. And now it's becoming more and more common, as almost every team that has any comms or any common sense have been playing it. Now, as for what Floatation is doing, they do not have any upstairs roam except for Catalyst, who I believe is just up there getting hatches, and he might rotate himself back. They're not spreading themselves as thin as what Reikai did, but it honestly worked in Reikai's favor for most of those defenses. Having that guy off site, having somebody playing aggressive. Conquer, though, has a shield and all 3 ADS devices. However, he could lose one of them that shield because that last ADS is behind it and will not catch any grenades. It looks like Real will be using his Yings to push himself into servers here. All of them being burned for the server push. And who do we see walking up? None other than Conquer the Warden. I mean, it pulls him off his post for a moment. But all that really happened there was Real burned his gadgets. And that gives Bottom the chance. He's rushing in. They have control into basement. But we see Chicky, Hacker, and Bottom go down. Zero is now taken out. A great bait play by Real. However, it costed his entire team their lives. And all he did was take servers. 1v4 situation as Chicky is down and really no hope of getting a revive on him. Cougar is out of the mix, though, as Real does take him. He's going, ooh, I got points for him a little bit, but nah. And I really like that Mira play there. I never thought about having that there before. It stops them from being able to thermite open wall. And there is one Goyo pop, but Real is already pushing deep into sight here. He's got to win this one off on gun skill alone, but he puts himself right into Catalyst line of sight, and Floatation takes round 1 of their defenses. A bit of an odd play, and like I said, we're going to see everybody pulling out all the stops, pulling out the bag of tricks, and Reikai did it just there. A little bit of a bait and switch, using those Ying devices to drop the hatch back there. However, I believe they probably had some intel on it because they read that play almost immediately, taking a triple pick and taking down a lot of those attackers. Now going upstairs to the CEO office, again having that Mira on board. See, this is where she's going to become deadly, and they do not have the hard breach to try and open up long angles.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Head holes actually being placed opposite side of what the typical setup is. A bit of an oddity here, but I guess it does deny that window play. It does deny the stairs walk up, I believe. Yes, it will. There's a lot of ways to play that, and it looks like they are setting up for all of it. Mira being utilized greatly here, with a lot of feet holes and a lot of head holes. Wonder where that last Mira is going to go. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but maybe set that mirror up. Kind of how you done that last one to deny any sort of thermite plays. Diffuser trading hands a little bit. Nothing to worry about. Flipping down here, we got Bottom already pushing through, finding Catalyst off a first pick. That's their roamer dead. Not only their roamer, but their pulse. A great piece of utility. Excuse me. And let's keep an eye on Bottom, as he's the one who is slowly making the plays coming up the main stairs. He does have a thermite on his windows, just being a little bit annoying. Ooh, nice diffuser play. I mean, it wasn't nothing special. It was just him, you know, handing it over, but kind of neat. In the defense, again, digging their heels in. Not really playing too aggressively, but we do have Yods now. He knows that Ash is right below him. They lost that one mirror in sight. They've got some live pings for the top square where everybody else is playing at. And here comes Bottom now, coming up, finding a free pick onto the back of Yods' head. He's got live pings where another one is at. And he just has square control. He has been a pacemaker for his team so far. Setting pace and keeping it. Trying to now quick peek onto Cougar. Wall will come open. Thermite just ripping everything apart. But as he goes for the swing, Cougar is right there and anticipates it. Coming for a swing now onto the outside. And tucking himself in, but Real is there to shut him down from out on the terrace. Stalk is now cut open wide for this team to push through. Wizard still has one last mirror to control and try and lock down sight with it. He has good lines of sight off of it. But is it something you want to swing when there are 4 guns aiming right at your head? One of their best plays right now is Conquer, but Conquer is found by Zero as he comes out of that elevator. Their last guy now kind of pinned in. Their feet holes being used against them as Zero will lock him down for Reikai to take it up 6-2. Match point on map 1. As Reikai seem to be running away with this map. And there's the trash talk from Chicky. Can you please win some more rounds? I don't want to play map 2. I believe he said he wanted to go watch football, so I don't blame him. Coming upstairs once more. Will Floatation Station be able to hang? That is the question. You know, they put all those aggressive footholds, head holes, and holes all around to try and set up and play aggressively upstairs. And Reikai with Bottom just probing in as much as he did. I don't know if they're going to be able to, you know, maintain that aggression, or if they need to slow it down, focus on the basics, and just worry about pulling the next round. You know, don't get fancy with the attacks or with the defenses. Just worry about winning them. Put the bag of tricks away, pull out the old rank strat book, and play it calm, play it safe. And I believe they're going to be playing similar into that playbook. However, we do see again the oddity of these head holes. Typically, you don't put it there because you want an angle onto the main door walk-in.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
In the attack this time, bringing out, I mean, a glass. But Bottom eating a little bit of damage there from Cougar, not a whole lot. It's just a couple bullets. That's only a little 9mm. Most people eat those for breakfast, right? Cougar will be making the aggressive play. He's got Wizard downstairs with him. We're seeing a lot of window plays here. Glaz coming in handy now, setting up his smokes. I had a feeling we're going to see a quick push execute here. As everybody's set up on windows, they don't have anybody really aggressing downstairs quite yet. And with that blitz being on board, yeah, it's going to be a smoke in, blitz, jump in, and let's make some things happen. Here he comes, the freight train going for the plant. They do have the window play by Glaz, but the C4 lands from Yods. However, Zero will find Wizard, and that is the playbook out the window. You lose 2 bodies and 2 of your most important ones for any sort of site executes. The Fuser is now down in sight, which is not a negative, but it's definitely not a positive. And Chicky just not landing those shots with that Glass DMR. Wizard playing down below, and we hear a jump into top square. Or never mind, he was just punching it and for some reason did the jump in but didn't actually come in. I mean, there were like 3 guns aimed at that jump in. Not really something I would quite recommend doing. Flipping over here, Chicky going for these long angles with that Glass DMR. Hacker still aggressing the main windows. I mean, if they give him some live pings, he might be able to find somebody through a soft wall. Same can be said for Chicky, though. He's got the Glass DMR. That thing is extremely deadly with its rate of fire and as much damage as it will land per shot. These dudes have got to make some sort of play forward. However, all the intel is still in favor of Floatation. They have the good setup here. They have man count, and they are holding it down. However, as Glass goes to enter, he will hit a couple shots on the Wizard, but Real will go down. Now Hacker coming in, finding a double pick to try and even things up a little bit. 2v3, but it's a 1v3 up on site. However, here comes Chicky running in, finding yards. Wizard and Hacker trading. Triple kill for Hacker, but Catalyst finding Chicky. He does eat a DMR round to the chest, but it just was not enough. That Glass DMR does a lot of damage, but you've got to hit the head with it. Floatation pulling a 3rd round in their favor as they claw into this game and hope to stay alive. Round 10 coming up. Now here's those tertiary bands. Let's see what they pull. I mean, who would you really want to get rid of here? There's been a lot of importance, and that is the Mirror and the Ace gone. We have not seen Ace utilized once yet by that attacking team. But now it doesn't matter if you try. He is off the board. There goes the Mirror. She has been annoying to this team, and they know it. And down into basement we go. Floatation has got a grasp onto this one. They want to keep it on board. Tachanka being pulled out. That's not a typical operator except on this site because that's that one walk-in door you've got to hold. Every round pretty much comes down to how well can you hold that door. It looks like Reikai will not be pulling that same bait and switch that we've seen on the first round of their attacks. Excuse me. Let's flip over to Cougar's POV and just kick back and watch. The art of placing a Goyo is something that not a lot of people tend to think about for setting this site up. How do you want to place them so that blowing up one won't blow up all? How do you want to reinforce these walls? Do you want to reinforce this wall? It's a lot that goes into how teams set this, CC room up that a lot of people don't think about. Do you burn all Goyos on that door? Do you put one somewhere else to try and deny, late plays? It's a lot of question marks of setups here. And to be honest, most teams tend to just burn them all on one door, and they all get popped almost immediately. Flipping over to Reikai, though, they are pulling a bit of a more execute-heavy setup, especially with Zero on that Brava, but there's no really utility for him to take. You can hack a Jaeger, but it's pointless. You can't hack a Smoke. Well, you can, but again, he's going to detonate it before you do. Can't hack Warden. You can't hack a Goyo, and you can't hack a Tachanka. The only thing you can get is maybe some, cameras that are defaults. And there's only one BP to take. Chicky already has that upstairs control. We got bottom trying to come down marble stairs here. And Reikai appeared to be trying to flip this execute a little bit for more of a main side take. And Zero losing drone number 1 before he can even take the BP. Gotta hope drone 2 can find it. Instead, now coming in, taking the default camera, but losing that drone as well. Full upstairs control. Hatches are already open. Reikai is in a position now where everything is in their favor. They've just got to rely entirely on gun skill in winning these. Yod's holding dangerously close on that marble stairs, smoking himself off, trying to deny anybody from pushing him. And right now, I don't think there's anybody crazy enough to run in there. Except maybe Zero here with that DMR. Turning in, he knows the smoke is close with a shotgun. Will you, make enough noise to bait him up? Or will you execute down onto him? Grenade out. Chasing the Warden out of position. Another grenade in. And here he comes, dropping down. Swinging the Warden, and there's a kill on the Conquer. Finding a first pick in the favor of Reikai. They now have control of the server room. Gonna be trying to take that CCTV side. Cougar does have a long angle. And they have honestly got to clear Yads and Cougar here. Now, the Tachanka is good. He is going to be super annoying here. However, looking in, it is still plantable where he's landing those. But Chicky is taken down. Like I said, Cougar is got to be a guy to clear. He's got to go. He's got keen positioning, and there's really nothing they can do or say about it. With 30 seconds left, Real will be swinging in those sense gadgets, doing everything he can to hide his team. Smoke's coming out, and Cougar getting a little bit of a spray down, and Hacker will get this plant. Now time is on the favor of the attackers. The Cougar rushes up, tries to get in position. Instead, he's taken down by Bottom. And now Bottom saying, hey man, F it. We got advantage. I'm going to swing. Yod's finding Zero, but Bottom finding a triple kill. Taking Catalyst. Real finding Yods. And now it is just Wizard in a 1v3. But he's got that Tachanka LMG. Takes one. Chicky says, thanks for winning 3 rounds. Already saying, hey man, my team has won this. The play from up above, both hatches being controlled. And there goes Hacker taking the kill, ending this one. Chicky talking his trash because he did his job. 8 assists, 5 kills, and 7 deaths. And good map 1 as Reikai takes it 7-3. Moving on now, we will have map 2, which will be Border. I mean, heck of a map. Reikai come out, guns absolutely blazing. Finding some very solid kills there, and just, honestly, not terrible executes. I mean, there was some
Alright, we got our fifth back. Do you guys want to take a 5, or what are we doing here?
Oh, no.
Sure.
My stream is glitched.
Or let me know when you're ready then.
Scene, I'll add right score to 1. And it looks like they are taking a 5. So, chat, we will be right back. Let's look at these map bans. I mean, Border for map 2 should be a good thing, right? Reikai bringing in, I believe it's Love. He is their main player. Or is Chalet map 2? Hold on. What is map 2? Map 2 is... Yeah, it is Border. Okay. With 3-7 in favor of Bank to Reikai. Chat, while they go, I will be right back.
We have to make a new lobby because he can't join because I removed him earlier. So I'll rehost and reinvite you guys real quick.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back in 1 second after the rehost. Man, what a map one. I mean, both teams coming out, you know, gunning pretty well. The issue is, I don't think Floatation Station could keep up kind of with that aggression that Reikai brought. Now, there are some subtle adjustments to make to that and how you're playing. You know, play a little bit calmer, a little bit less aggressive, and focus more on just winning your gunfights, winning your ones, you know, setting up some better cross angles, some better holds. Overall, though, they played very well. Just Reikai outgunned them whenever they took the shots. And like I said, I believe map 2 is Border. And we see Reikai starting that defense yet again. This time, they instead of Chicky, though, they've got Love. Love, like I said, looking at the stats, he is one of their better players. So it's almost a question of, is him subbing in going to be better for this team or worse? That's something we'll find out once we get into the match. Again, I'll be right back. I'm trying to save my voice, and I'm going to go grab another water because I finished mine in the last map. And it looks like Reikai is ready, waiting for Floatation Station to ready up. And it looks like everybody is ready to rock. Heading in, we've got Border. Let's get her underway. Gang, Mr. Kylo Rens. We're back in it. Into Border, map 2. Reikai defending. We got the Clash, the Ace, the Mira, and the Blackbeard off the board. You know, I kind of understand these bans. That Clash was a real annoyance, and they didn't even want to see the Mira last time. The Ace, the Blackbeard, two operators that are extremely strong on a map like this. And we know that Cougar loved to play that Blackbeard on that last map. However, he did eat some headshots with it. Not a great thing, but he is still a super strong operator. Super quick, super powerful.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Flipping in, we're looking at the match chat. Everybody is just in there laughing right now. Moving in, we are starting with a bathroom setup here. Bathroom tellers. Now, that's not very common. This is typically a tertiary site. But for these guys, they must love it. Setting up now to hold this upstairs. Looking like it might be an aggressive style hold. They're putting a lot of utility into it as well.
10 seconds to go.
And a castle on board reinforces that idea of, hey man,
5 seconds.
stay out. Now the question comes, will we see Castle playing a long angle by himself?
Locate a bomb and defuse.
Now back in the day, you used to see Castles playing this setup all the time with head holes to play with a UMP ACOG. Due to the recent Defender changes though, he no longer has any ACOG on his operator. So this setup, while it is good, may soon become outdated. Flipping in here to look at the attack though, a good 5-man spawn. They have a Monty on board. Looks like they're listening to some of that sage advice that we heard and playing more into a slow play style. Or they're going to be super aggressive with this Monty and shove it down their throat. Setup so far looks like it's going to be that way as Cougar eats some quick damage there from the mute out the windows. This attack really going nowhere fast. Everybody more or less just setting up and maybe hoping to find an angle. Playing some gunfights. If we see a pick here on these top stairs, we know an instantaneous push is to follow it. Cougar eats a little bit more damage here from the mute. And this window is actually a more of a point of contention than this door is. Shots everywhere and Bottom being first picked. Hacker eating a ton of damage. And that was that castle pulled off the board. Now, I mean, his gadgets are still all in play. That's his utility there. So, not a bad loss. But they lose Catalyst on their side. Wizard goes down to Hacker. We do see Conquer go down. Real and Hacker picking some kills. Love finding Conquer. And Reikai taking round 1. A quick execute coming through as they just took control and kept walking. And a step. Setting up now, we will see the Armory Lockers Archives coming. I mean, Armory Archives is probably the most common, and I mean most common, setup that you will ever see. It has been perfected half a dozen times, changed with every meta change, and yet it is still one of the most beloved sites to anybody who prefers Border, which is a select few. You guys are weirdos, but there are people who like this map. Obviously, it was picked. Now, the aggressive head holes being played here used to be a thing of, that you would never see. Anymore, you see more head holes than reinforcements. Bunkering is the choice to lose. We're in a swinger be swung game anymore, and it looks like Reikai wants to swing. They've been winning their gunfights left and right, playing overly aggressive at times. It's cost them 3 rounds on the last map. However, they do lock in whenever they need to. They do win the gunfights when they matter. And we see Love already 2-0. Hacker 2-0. The guys are starting out really strong on this second map. Now, will it be worth it though? Like I said, Love was subbed out at the start or at the last map. He had family issues or something going on. Not quite sure. But he was not here to play map 1 and in for map 2. I cannot bounce my leg while I'm in this third person camera, else it will bounce the camera. The phone call coming, and that is Bottom, who's being kind of pinned out here. And I think the Blitz is the one pulling close to him. Now, how he decides to play this is where it all matters. They do have Wizard playing as the Flores, trying to get in there and destroy their utility. And Bottom chooses now to just continue on remaining silent. Swings out, finds the 1 pick, finds 2 picks off of it. They do lose Hacker, but it's not a massive loss as Zero will find Yods. And we see Love going in to try and take a swing as well. There's a guy walking through 90 hole, top metal, Bottom up to a 3K, and Zero will swing Wizard with a deagle to end that round. Look at that aggression from Reikai. Not something you see all that often. And this little double kill here from Bottom was, I mean, just a peak kill, something that I never expect. But to swing out, and his guy on rappel, the one who was supposed to be there to save him, just was not prepared for it. Good plays there from Reikai to take that round. Our votes have not updated on straw poll, but after that first round, or that first map of dominance and the way these two have went, I think the community is pulling Reikai. There is a reason they had 100% of the votes. However, I want to see Floatation Station lock it in and start bringing some of these rounds. Coming down here now, Ventilation Workshop. We're going to see probably the upstairs extension as Real is playing as these Scopos. Let's see where the castles get set up at. That's my empty one. Where's my full water at? This is get it out of the fridge, take it and sit it back. Yes, I did just that. Ignore my stupidity. Another upstairs hold. Bottom locking himself into security. Again, just like we seen on that first round. They have a drone set up. They will be trying to push to these upstairs walls. They have to at this point. But he keeps trying for the swing, and they drone him out. Which, I mean, honestly, the way he's been playing, that's a good thing. He wants them to push him. He's begging for the push. Baiting in the swing, re-swinging it, missing a couple of shots because, well, there was no one there to even receive it. And all utility is being focused on clearing him out. And there is Love playing off him perfectly. His Catalyst was fully expecting to try and walk in and find a kill there, but instead gets picked. Love, after eating a couple rounds, will drop off. He's got Real there, though, to kind of take his place, locking it down, still holding up for his team. And he is gone and out of there. Bottom does have all the Grimbees around him, but he's not been found. We have Zero getting a good pick there. Real finding one upstairs on the Wizard. And there is Bottom, still security room, holding it down. Conquer is in break, though. Sees the run out a little bit. But here comes the collapse onto him. If they know he's there, this could be deadly for him. He's got a double swing in position to set up on him. Misses the shots on the back of Real just a little bit. And a timeout has been requested from Floatation. Headshot onto Love, a great one from Conquer. Not even a one tap, but pretty well close to it. It's just a quick little blip to the head. C4 is ripped from Hacker. He wants to find one from down below. And, I mean, they have some live cams still up around the map. Yods and Conquer now stacking up to try and take this upstairs control. They have got to do it. They've got to push upstairs if they want to have any hope of winning this round. Maybe find someone who's wandered astray from the pack. There's 4 of them. One of them is bound to walk away. However, these guys do seem to play very tight to one another and very well at that. C4 down below from Hacker. He has it ripped and ready to go. And depending where he throws this, he could find himself a double pick with it. Yod's trying to make some holes below to find people. Instead, Hacker will take Conquer from down below with the C4. Yod's now in a 1v4 situation. Instead of running in, man, use these extra 18 seconds. Your team called a timeout. Now's the time to just kick it back and think, you know, hey, we got to have this talk anyway. We got the tack timeout called. Maybe form a kill on the bottom as he decides to jump down. But for the most part, just play your life and play your time. Finding another one on the Real as he gets aggressive for it. But a tack timeout from Floatation. I'm going to mute my mic. Any word back about me being able to join VCs for this one. So as it stands right now, we will not be doing tack timeout VCs like we usually do. hoping that the teams get back to me beforehand, because I would like to come in and chat with them. Well, I don't want to chat with them. I want to listen to them, you know, see what criticisms, see what they're going to make, see what adjustments are being made. Here comes a Warden and a Rewara ban. Rewara is a bit of a weird one. You know, she wasn't used at all. But she is now pulled. Bathroom tellers being the next setup. I wonder what they're going to bring to the party this time. Let's see. What's Why Not doing? Come on, bro. Come in and watch.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
You know, come on in and hang out. With the downstairs hold coming, we're going to see Reikai come back upstairs. Now, last time we seen them up here, they played very aggressively against the Monty that was trying to push. And it resulted in them winning the round, but, I mean, it was a pretty hard-fought round for them. I mean, they had guys up at the end, but it was a nice gunfight to seal the deal. It wasn't something simple.
10 seconds to go.
And again, they're setting up that similar extension to what they've been bringing.
5 seconds left.
We see the castle in play one more time.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Honestly, that's an operator I would have chose to get rid of there. Instead of, you know, getting rid of the Warden. Get rid of the castle. Warden brings good utility. Castle has been annoying ever since the start. And the Blitz Ram Rush setting up. They're going to be pushing out this top floor. And they're going to be pushing straight into zero. Last time we were in this situation, we seen some pretty good picks coming from this Mew. And Cougar eating the same little bit of damage that he did last time Mute was here. Are they going to play him? Or are they going to push him? That is the question. Mute does have his holes to watch. I think we're going to see a clear from the security CCTV room over. Mute is being flashed out, and Conquer will be eating a ton of damage there. And we see Castle just skedaddling out of there. Conquer is taking on Wizard. We'll find Zero as he comes out for a swing. Does take Cougar down, though. And Ash is in deep. Laying some damage out. Real eating a ton of damage there. Ash is still chilling. We will see a res happen. Catalyst flashes himself. Not really able to push nothing. Yod's getting a touch of damage through the wall here. Trying to get up on table to maybe find a pick. Gets one straight onto Love. A good shot for him. Yod's picking a kill. And we got Bottom, who's still just chilling behind the desk here. He does have a good, powerful position. Hacker finding one. Bottom finding one. And Bottom just not looking quite in the right spot as Hacker finds that kill on the Catalyst. Pulls the shotgun and slams it into Yods as Reikai pulls round 4. Man, you don't see that baby shotgun get much love. But when it does, it puts in work. Reikai pulling 4-0 on map 2. I'm not certain what the last grand finals was that I casted here. I'm going to have to go and look. Let me see if I can find it. I don't want to say it was a 3-0. But it was. It was a 3-0 for Vortex over Malevolent. Will we see that again for Season 14? I mean, it's a possibility.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
Because Reikai has been absolutely popping the scoreboards up right now. Coming upstairs now to the Armory Archives hold. Castle being stacked up this time with a Rooney. They've been loving having access to the castle this whole game. Has not been taken off their hands. I got a feeling when Reikai gets on the attack, though, they're going to clear the castle out for themselves. Azami, another key part of this defense. We've seen her almost every round. Love has been pulling those mute plays perfectly. And let's see what Bottom's setup is. I've seen this setup on that double wall so many times. I've actually, last time I believe I casted, it wasn't either of these teams, but it was the last border match. I've seen a team actually reinforce that off with a castle and then put playthrough here like what we see Love setting up. It is a smart way to hold this break room. It is a very hard way to push. And with bottom being droned out of security, he's going to play it with the same level of aggression that he's been. Opening his door up and saying, come on, I know you want to swing it. The Lion scan coming out immediately, grenades going in, and they seem to maybe want to pull a fast push here as they have the Azami pinned in pretty well on this top stairs. However, Love is able to find a kill on a Cougar. Yods is able to catch a refract. However, Zero finds Conquer. Wizard is now locked out. Has one swinging him. The Ash just jumps down, tries to slam dunk, but Zero is right there. Hacker will find Yods. It's now Wizard in a 1v4. I mean, you've got 2 minutes. Rappel to roof. Talk it out with your team. That is a round that went by way too fast, but Wizard will find a pick there onto Hacker. Evening it out to a 1v3. We got Zero and Bottom sitting on each other's foreheads as Wizard finds another pick onto Real. A pick onto Bottom up to a 3K. It's now a 1v1 of Wizard versus Zero. I mean, we're at a nail biter now, ladies and gentlemen. This round closed out fast. And I believe Reikai are now doing a little bit of a hee-hee, keckle. Look how we've been playing. Laugh to themselves. Their over-aggressiveness may very well come back to bite them, though. As, I mean, Wizard just popped 3 of your guys. Will he be able to find the 4th? Drones him out, spots where Zero's at, and all that does is make Zero go, okay, I'm just going to rotate a little bit. Hacker heckling in the chat. You got this. He's shaking in his boots. I mean, and Wizard has the ability to play this smart. He can open up these walls. I'd put holes absolutely everywhere. Gives you more spots to be peeked from, sure, but it gives you more spots to peek him. Flashbang coming in onto Zero, and Zero going to rotate out of it, laying some damage, not able to find him. Free swing with the SMG, and Wizard will clutch the round for Floatation. What a play! Just absolutely shutting down Reikai, taking their ego and handing it back to him. What a play from him. Absolutely stellar. Floatation Station, that needs to be the wind in your sails. You know, let that be the thing that sparks the fire, that cigarette out the window that lit everything up. That needs to be your spark. Live off that one. And, I mean, as for you, Wizard, you live up to the name, pulling a little bit of magic out of the hat and letting it eat.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
After this map, it will be a brief pause because I have to go let my dog out. But that'll be after this map. I mean, let that be the wind in your sails. Let that be the spark that your team
10
needs.
seconds left before insertion.
Everybody, we need the cheers for Floatation right now. Wizard just putting the team onto his back right there, pulling it out, walking it down, and just getting some very, very crisp headshots with that AR. Coming back up here to the armory side, I mean, it was a round that was almost guaranteed and destined for Reikai. I already wrote the round off. I thought for sure Reikai had that over Floatation. I was telling Floatation, use that as a tack timeout, get your bearings. Instead, they said, F that noise, clutched up, and Wizard pulled it for his team. Now into the next one. Let's see what we got here. His Catalyst is fast clearing through downstairs. And it looks like we may see a direct take straight into sight here with the Monty. Wizard droning it out. Yods playing as the Ying. If they direct take and they hard take this, it could get pretty wild. And it might just work as Love is off site. Hacker is chilling in there. Okay, Hacker, Real are both in position to stop him. Bottom now coming into position. Zero is in a spot where he can try and help deny him by time. Hacker eats some damage as he comes in the workshop. That is Catalyst finding the kill. Conquer now walking in. He sees the one hiding in the half wall. And he will be going for the plane here, putting his back to him. But he is stunned out of it. The run out from Zero, clutching it up, taking him down. Wizard is there to fry him though. 4v3, the attackers still have life advantage. But they do not have the Monty to go for this plant anymore. Love is playing down below. C4 in hand, ready to deny it. It's Bottom finds Catalyst, who is sneaking around top middle stairs. Wizard has the office control, going to be coming up. Bottom has his back to him, but he hears the footsteps. The drone is also there. Wizard could hit a nice wallbang here if he tries. But I believe Bottom is now in position to deny it. Both swing each other, and Bottom will find the pick onto Wizard. A good kill for him. Love C4 ready. As Yods goes down, it is now just down to the big bad Cougar. And he finds Bottom with one pick. We've seen Floatation Station love these clutches before. There is one in the books. The Grim Bees being denied, I believe, by that mute. And that's something that he is so thankful for at this very moment. They know he's the metal stairs side now. They hear that. Real has his gun that way and will take it for Reikai as they go 5-1 up on map 2 against Floatation Station. I mean, another ever so close round, but it just fell out of the hands of Floatation there. They had a better shot in the 1v4 than he did in the 1v2. In the next set of bans coming, the Blitz and the Castle are gone. We knew Reikai would ban it. They abused it for 6 rounds straight. Of course they're going to say, hey, we're not letting you do that to us. Pulling him off the board. Let's see the next set coming here. And the Monty and the Mira. The double shield ban from Floatation. They don't want to see Reikai bring one. But they left the Blackbeard on board, guys. The Blackbeard is still there. That is still a great shield operator. Honestly, depending on your playstyle, could be better than the Monty. But for border, the Monty is just so much more important for those turtle plants. And we will be starting now up in the armory lockers to see what these guys can do. I see a certified Wizard supporter saying, show me Wizard, and we will do just that on this round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Loaded mine! Reinforcing walls!
Camera feed up and running. Deploying mobile
He was
cover.
playing as the mute. A great utility operator. Someone that you honestly don't see enough of. Excuse me. And the pre-placed drones, though, from Reikai, looking pretty decent. Let's see how they manage to pull it throughout the round.
Camera in.
The way that we see Floatation setting up this defense is, again, falling into that very, very hyper-aggressive setup that they've been playing. Now, will that put the round in their favor? I don't know. Cougar currently 1-6, Catalyst 2-6, and Conquer 2-6. These guys, you know, they've been decent. They need to bring themselves back up to form. You know, this is the grand finals. It is not the time to fall unlocked. We see Reikai already going for that east side push. Trying to open up the big walls. And they will do just that, which makes it a little bit harder to hold on the defense. Ash just did not breach it quite close enough to the wall to make it a safe walk-in for his team. And that is a darn shame because Catalyst is playing right in a position to get a good foothold kill. And it will cost Hacker his life off of that. One pick going for Floatation. And they continue to set up. Ash making her way up main hallway. Has the Frost in sight, but Conquer is able to win that one out. Conquer now continuing to swing on to see what else he can pull. Ash honestly had advantage there. He could have went for the shots. And there's all the flashes coming in. Zero hitting Cougar in the back once. Will find the pick onto him. Zero picking him up. Real finding some, but C4 down by Wizard. And Wizard up to a 2K. It is now Bottom left in a 1v2. Trying to find the long angle onto Yards, and he will find Yards with the long one. Down to the frost mat, though. They have the pings. They know he's down. And Wizard will swing him for a 3K to clutch it up for Floatation. Maybe that's what Floatation needs. Put onto the defense. That's the description of that frost mat there, and I mean it's not wrong.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Coming down here, no, going with the bathroom teller's side. I mean, I don't know what kind of defense we're going to see here. Because the aggression on that last one worked. And Wizard putting down the magical frost mats yet again. Casting Legus Breakus out of his wizardly tricks. Let's see what happens with these ones. The last one worked rather well. Excuse me. Real quick, guys, while we wait on this round to kick off, I'm just gonna say, drop a sub, help your boy out. Would really appreciate it. Helps me fund the fun projects that I like to do. Still trying to financially recover from the new graphics card, which is what has helped bringing this live stream to you right now in the full 100 FPS that you're seeing. And Love trying to take that opening gunfight against, I believe that is Catalyst up there, but not quite able to find it. It is a vertical style hold, so they've got to clear these guys out. And, you know, Bottom is the operator to at least try and get rid of Yards. Love trying to get aggressive and coming here. They have live pings on the Mozzie. They have got to, and I mean got to, find this Wamai though, who is holding close. Mozzie is the one that's tagged, but it is the Wamai who's playing it close, and Wamai will find Bottom, will find Love, and Catalyst pulls a 2K and wants to continue his reign of terror, so he goes for another reswing. Wamai having the super shorty is one of the best changes I think I've seen, because it promotes him into a viable operator. I mean, he was always decent before, but it makes him someone who can shift the meta now. Reikai down into a 2v5. Hacker has got to clear. Zero is still droning his teammate in. But what good will it be? As Hacker continues to go on and swing. We got Zero now coming through break room side. Eats a C4 down below. And sees the head of Frost, but is not able to tap it. And Hacker, through the smoke, is able to find Conquer. Good job through that Fenrir to continue on and continue living. Yod's giving live pings to his team, and Cougar does still have that C4. So, I mean, will we see a C4 through the floor? I would hope so. I would assume so. But here comes a little bit of trickery from the Fuse. Put him down, hoping to maybe find someone, or at least cause enough havoc that your teammate can get a clean swing. Not a lot of HP left on Zero, so they're living more onto a wing and a prayer. Cougar kind of wasting that C4, especially when you have Yods playing as the Pulse. They can give the live pings down below. Pulse says, hey man, there's one right here. And we're seeing a lot of people actually preferring that new secondary pistol on Pulse rather than his primary. Cougar is taken down by Hacker. He continues on, but he's found by Wizard. Wizard pulls his bag of tricks. Zero finds one, not able to find another. And we'll see Floatation pull that second round. Well, the second round of defense, their third round of the game. Like I said, will we see Floatation lock it in for this map? Reikai does call a timeout. So, let's hope that they make some strategy playing here. Shift it up a little bit. Say, hey man, these guys aren't playing around. Let's set it up right. You know, they gave them that one, they called it a quote-unquote charity round. I see that as the catalyst. That is the spark. That is what pushes the team to do better. When you have one guy like Wizard lock it in for you. And, I mean, he has been absolutely lighting up the scoreboard ever since. His team did lose one right after that, which, you know, should take the wind out of the sails. Instead for them, it made them push harder as they pulled two in their favor as soon as they got on the defensive side. And, I mean, the way that they played those last couple rounds, they're in a position, Floatation could lock down map 2. As we see Ventilation Workshop being pulled, Reikai fresh off of that tack timeout. They want to push to end this map.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Flipping down, let's see what... Really not a whole lot of setup operators here besides Mute. Everyone else's gadgets are more live play. They are more aggressive play. We're going to tab over real quick and see if we can get some stats on these other teams, on this other team though. We have the Reikai stats, and I have nothing for Floatation. Man, that kind of sucks. Reading into this setup, it looks like it's going to be a hard armory style hold. They're putting a lot into this setup. Everybody's up here. I got a feeling though, a direct take to site couldn't be a decent play here. If you can clear this one guy in workshop, and I mean you have the Blackbeard on hand to do it, you could win this one out. However, they do have the fuse in the ram, so they will be pushing up top first. Two very, very vertical play operators. I have a feeling the Blackbeard will be what leads the charge to take the second floor. Excuse me. Oh, Lord. Sorry, guys. I know what that's about.
Scanning for electronics.
We see Reikai starting to try and push for this upstairs hold, this upstairs control. Zero probing at the door into archives with that DMR. Now, if someone tries to get ballsy and peek him, that's a one-way ticket to losing your face. As Bottom is getting aggressive, pushing in, trying to grenade off, and he will force the Two-Brow out of position, and Yaz will pick the kill from below with the C4, getting rid of the Blackbeard, and I mean, putting Floatation Station in a great position. They still have the upstairs control, but there is Love finding one pick on the Catalyst. Getting rid of that Two-Brow. He's a good operator to pull, because Two-Brow is so good for later round pushes. He can slow everybody down. He gets rid of your optic. He makes it just an utter annoyance to get through. And here comes a phone call as they slowly try and push off of it. And Wizard being found through the floor by Love. Live pings are a great thing, ladies and gentlemen. And Conquer going to be dropping downstairs now to try and help out his team. Leaving it all down to Cougar to hold upstairs. Love up to a 3K though. But Cougar will find the head of Hacker. Coming around here. Expose themselves straight to Zero. And it is now Conquer in a 1v3 situation. They have the upstairs control. The ram is now making vertical. And I got a feeling we will see momentarily a execute down to site as they need to get this planter down. I don't believe they have diffuser control though, but it is laying in a easily securable position. They have Conquer on the live pings. And yeah, here comes Zero. Instead, actually electing to go more into the, hey man, I'm going to just swing them mentality. Abandoning the vertical, they come down. And Conquer is now forced to retake. Bottom of metal stairs here. He sees Zero. And Zero going to flash him out. Who does he know? He's flashing the Warden. And he swings himself into 3 guys. Will trade himself out for Zero, though. As Reikai puts us on to match point. Enemies killed with a diffuser planted. There we go. Update the map ban. Reikai looking phenomenal on that attack. Winning a lot of good gunfights. Losing that Blackbeard to C4, though, is a bit of a pain. And they will say, hey, we don't want to deal with those phone calls anymore. They believe that is what costed them that last round. So Dokubi is off the board. But so is the Azami. I mean, I don't know if she's been that much of a factor. But maybe that is just a typical border ban for this team. Ventilation Workshop coming yet again. The Ram back on board. Let's see if we're going to see another Blackbeard from bottom. Love going with the Ash this time instead of the IQ. And bottom, yep, back on Blackbeard. Hacker bringing the Ace and Zero on that Lion. Zero has been loving these DMRs. I think he's a little bit of a DMR crutch. Don't let him know I said that, though. And Catalyst putting one of his drones upstairs to play off of. And you know, I don't mind that scope post in that hallway. Using him more as a live shield than anything. Unless he's just setting him there because that's where he wants to play. And his other one will be back here in detention. Which is not a bad idea. If you can have something to fall back to later on, you're in a good spot. We do see the ban coming, or the swap coming from Love. He's going from Ash back to IQ. I mean, it served him pretty well this last round. Wonder what Catalyst is going to do with this operator. Misses the drone that is sitting up at the top, on top of their very own camera, at the top of these stairs. And there's the Lion. Live pings onto Catalyst. Not that it matters too much. I think, again, he's playing the role of, hey, I want you to swing me. Losing his first drone, though, almost immediately. Being live pinged by everything. Grenades coming over to try and find him. He's saying, you know what? This ain't worth it. And he is dipping out of there. Conquer still has his shield up, playing it up in the armory. But bottom taking a C4 almost immediately. Left down to about 10 HP. And now the vert play is being played by the defenders this time as they try to shoot up through the holes. They want to play the power angles that they have. Which, if played right, are a very, very good thing. Grenade coming in to Conquer, getting rid of his shield, making him a much easier push out. But he still has Cougar playing that long angle from half wall. The cam going through, bottom getting a first pick onto Yods. I believe that was through vertical. And now bottom moving up. They've got the live pings as both defenders now drop themselves back to sight. Out of sight, out of mind, I guess they would say. Conquer is taken down by Real. Another vertical play. This time bottom square as he exposes himself entirely. And bottom is trying to find somebody to hit. Wizard, though, rotates up, finds one pick, and then dips back down. A good pick there onto Love. Getting rid of somebody that is so important to this attack. The IQ pulled away. Catalyst is still up with that Scopus. I believe Scopus can be spotted through the floor by the IQ. So that was a very, very good pick. Looking down here, though, we got Zero down in Tellers with that DMR. Hacker trying to open up some vertical. Real trying to swing that top metal stairs. He still has all of his gadgets. Bottom is still up. Those smokes are a real threat to him. Wizard and Cougar both trying to peek vertical here. Real eating a little bit of damage there from Wizard. And Catalyst also watching. They're very scared of these guys up above. I don't think they know that there's a guy down there with them. Hacker taking the kill on the Wizard, eating a little bit of damage. And Zero is still just down here waiting in lobby, waiting for his chance to strike. Right now is about when his team needs to make the call of, hey, push, push, push. Real eating a lot of damage there. Does not deal very much down. 12 seconds left. The DMR ringing out. Finds one. Finds two for Zero. Giving Reikai map 2. This map went by extremely quick. Reikai now up 2 maps over Floatation Station. Best of 5, so Floatation still has one more opportunity to keep themselves alive in this matchup. Good stat lines there. Wizard and Zero both popping off this game. And you're back to me. What's up, everybody? How you doing? What was that? A 7, I believe, 1 victory? Or no, 7-3 victory. Sorry. A 7-3 victory as we now move into Chalet. I think I'm glitched, though. Yeah. I'm glitched. But we will be right back here momentarily, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a brief pause between maps. I'll send you over to the map bands to take a look at those. Alrighty. We are resetting games real fast. There's a glitch with the lobby. So yeah, we're gonna use this as a brief intermission. Enjoy the music. My buddy TZ Brax makes it. There's our maps, and yeah, we'll be right back. Stampede. I am back. Loading into the lobby now. And we're waiting for that last flotation player to get in here. Jump back to here. Reikai currently up 2-0 for the grand finals. I mean, last time I was here, we seen a 3-0 from Vortex over Malevolent. Will we see Reikai pull that same type of magic tonight? Or will Floatation Station pull the comeback of a century, something straight out of the SSG playbook, and walk him back? Now, the map will be Chalet. So let's hope to see some good shots. Tang is really good. It's the drink of astronauts. Gotta get it all shaken up though. Plus there's like very little sugars or anything in these. So they're quite good. I'm not much of a sugary guy. But I'm ready to go. No, the caster is ready. What's up, cards? How you doing? I see you. There's gonna be a delay for this. What's up? Reikai is ready. We're on Chalet with Reikai attacking first. Attack has not been something that they have been super comfortable with, I've noticed. Love said, Border is our instant ban, by the way. Just a little bit more salt for their wounds, I guess. Wait, hey, Scoots, where'd you go? Where's Scoots? Come on. Come here. Come on. Oh, come on. No? Oh well. Moving on, we're going into Chalet, guys. Let's take a look at this fine map. Welcome back. Oh, there we go. Welcome back. You're joining us just as we're finishing up the ban rounds. We see Maverick, Ace, Kaid, and Malusi all off the board. Some pretty solid operator bans. With, again, Reikai starting their attacks. We do see a Rewara being pulled out here. Love gonna be playing as the Amaru. Something that results in typically being first picked for your team. However, played right, she is devastating. The upstairs library side hold coming, setting up the hallway. Not quite the utility that we usually see here, but the Frost is on board. So maybe, just maybe, we'll get to experience another magical Frost mat.
10 seconds to go.
If that's the case, you know what? More power to her.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
So far, honestly, a very, very good setup. Pretty aggressive, but at the same time, not overly aggressive. It's a nice passive-aggressive hold. I guess that would be the right way to word it. Passive-aggressive. Something that they're saying, hey, swing me, but if you dare. Amaru already in, following her drones. Live ping in blue, they know they're there, but are they ready for Love to be as deep as he is? That's the question. Warren now up on his 6. Real coming through piano. They're gonna burn that utility to help their team out. And with these leg holes here, it makes trying to get this wall a little bit harder. Because all Warden has to do is just walk over for a peek. He can hear them starting to open it though, and he is not going around to play this as aggressive as we would anticipate them to do so. Catalyst losing his shield top blue. Opens this up like a can of worms. Smoking off the footholds, making it a little bit harder to be swung. However, there is a Warden there, but I don't think he is actually able to... Oh, no, maybe he can see through him. I'm not sure. But we do see Catalyst eating a lot of damage off of that fire from the Capital. And Love walking him down, finding that pick. Rewara is there, getting one set up. We see one pick going in favor of Conquer, but he's not able to clean up another. Bottom finding a kill. And now we're down to a 4v2 as everybody from Floatation has to drop back and hide in sight in hallway. That 45 down there, that elbow is going to be aggressive. Windows says Cougar best not throw again. I don't know, man. That last round was a little tough. The odds coming through bar. They are droning out down into sight now. They're trying to get aggressive and trying to start taking space. Cougar chilling back in dining. He's going to play this DMR long angle, and that is honestly his best bet right now. And a real will be found by a Frost Mat. The Wizard does it again. Bottom being found as he comes down. That is Cougar down there. Getting him with some damage. Smoking off his teammate so he can get away. A smart play from Real. And they will get the res. Yods hiding back in bar stock. We're going to hear some of these sight walls starting to be ripped open by Hacker. As he wants to maybe play a little bit aggressive through him. Cougar eating a lot of damage here. The spray down coming. And do we see possibly a rotate? A good possibility. It looks like Real though is instead electing, I'm just going to shoot through the floor. Hacker finding Yods. Another Frost Mat. The Wizard of Oz is doing his thing. Finding all the Frost Mats. Cougar eating a lot of damage. Diffuser will be going down. And Bottom will take the first round for Reikai. Map 3 heading in their direction already. I mean, a very, very hard-hitting execute from them as they pushed through and took that upstairs almost immediately and continued on that reign of terror, clearing bodies, clearing utility, and clearing everything out of their way. Round 2 coming up. Love saying close one. The trash talk is coming immediately.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
This time, we will be in the basement. Will Reikai lock it up and lock it in? I mean, I think Reikai's ready to go to bed.
ADS deployed and ready to go.
And I'm really hoping Floatation Station says, hey guys, pick up that white monster, have a drink, because we're going to be here all night. Setting up the wine cellar now. Cougar says the same drone spot, really? In these two teams, I'm enjoying the little bit of banter. Reikai knowing they can spew it because they have been taking round after round. Is that a spawn peek I see coming from Cougar? Yes, it is. Will he land one with it? No, because nobody's on that side of the map right now. Instead, we see everybody actually pulling drones up. Will Love be that walk-in aggression that we've seen before? It looks like him and Bottom are just going for it. There's a reason these two guys are the top of their points list. And Zero already trying to take that patio walk-in. I mean, they got to deal with Catalyst. They got to deal with Cougar. These two guys are off-site and up behind you. They will find you and stab you in the back if you are not careful. But Bottom is there now setting up his traps to watch it. I mean, this backstab is what's going to be scary. One scope host down by Zero with a smart play. Now proceeding to try and clear out the Jaeger devices. What type of plays will we see coming? Well, I mean, Cougar knows now, hey, he's got traps all over the place for us. And Love is waiting right there, ready to swing as soon as he hears that first pop. Snowmobile wall coming open. And, oop, he hears that one. That's one going. The two brow coming in handy, but Bottom is there getting the kill onto Wizard. Love finding Cougar upstairs. He still has one more to deal with. I don't think he's ready for it. The swing is coming. He checked the camera, seen it just in time, but Catalyst is there. Hacker with a refrag. Good kill coming from him. 2v4. The last two defenders bunkering down in sight. And Yods knows they're coming. Found by Bottom as he comes for a swing. Good flank from Love. I agree. That was a great flank. Conquer getting a good swing on a Bottom. 1v3 for him. But he exposes his feet to Real at the last second. Hacker going for plant. Zero covering. Grenade coming in from Real. And Conquer said, hey, you want to smoke it, buddy? I can swing you through it. Zero getting the plant, but Hacker getting the kill. Or Zero getting killed, the Hacker gets the plant and then swings for the kill. Great round for that Reikai team. Floatation Station picking more bodies that round, but again, not quite enough to bring the round in their favor. Where'd my cat go? Scoots! He might not like how loud I'm being.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
Floatation once again electing to play down here in the basement. This time saying, hey, maybe we shouldn't bring Scope Post because Zero has been loving that Brava. And I mean, it hasn't been doing them any justice to have. You know, both, or that time it was just picked immediately by the Brava drone. But they still do bring some utility for him to take. Catalyst could lose his Fenrir traps, which would be a major blow. Wizard, I mean, there's not much Zero can take off of him, but he can get rid of those active defenses. Once those grenades are gone, or grenade catchers are gone, we're gonna start seeing a lot of nades flying. There's a lot of smoke utility on board, a lot of grenade utility on board, and a Wizard going for a spawn peek with that 416. I don't know if he's gonna find anybody though. And Cougar the big bad setting up, trying to hold up in this kitchen. I mean, it's a pretty nice zombie setup. I do like it. Everything is there with purpose. There's redundancy to redundancy. They don't want pushed. We've got Fenrir traps all over helping to lock this down. They want to deny that upstairs push as much as possible. Love now setting up to watch their flank, yet there's not anybody playing upstairs. There's no flank coming. Does he know that? Probably not. Hacker, once again, gonna be trying to push for this main wall. Or snowmobile wall with the thermite. And here it comes, and there is Yods. I mean, those traps are gonna start getting annoying, right? Bottom, chilling with Love. They're both in this gaming hall, coming through bar. And Real eating a little bit of damage from the kitchen. They know that kitchen's in play now. But we will still see Love going to try and play the vertical here. Bottom's rushing Wizard, who was chilling in the blue hall, finding a good pick there. Real now saying, hey guys, we might have to try and clear the kitchen out. But everybody up in there dropped. Main wall is coming open and is there. And then the vertical hatch is also being opened up. Reikai is taking a lot of ground here. And they've got to battle this Warden out of blue hall. He's hard to push though because you almost have to double swing him and hope he doesn't land the double headshot. Because you cannot smoke him out. You cannot stun him out. But he's got a good position behind this shield. He can see you before you can see him. And Yod's trying to quick peek off of his cabinet here. Trying to find Zero. And Catalyst will find Love, but Bottom is there for the refrag on him. And he still has to deal with this Warden shield. You can see Real is itching to try and push down main. Hacker already down there. They've got to do something. Smoke's coming out to try and smoke off the rotates. There is Zero getting the swing on Yards. Bottom finding Conquer. It is now the big bad Cougar left at a 1v4. His diffuser will be planted. Does not lay any damage out through those smokes. And starting now his rotate through Blue. But Bottom is right there. They're going to be swing battling each other. And Bottom will go down to 7-2 as Cougar gets his first kill of the game. 30 seconds to make a play against 3 guys who are holding vertical outside. And another one on a very cheeky vertical angle to hold that diffuser. Cougar saying, maybe Blue will be my play here. But he's wasting a lot of time doubting his push here. Instead, swings Zero in the long angle, and Zero pulls Reikai up 3-0. Enemies killed and another diffuser planted. Reikai has been going for some very flawless executes. And Real has not yet got a kill. He is yet to die, but he's got 4 assists. Hacker up 3-0. Excuse me. Last set of bans coming, and the Rewara and the Mira are gone. Now electing to go bar gaming. They do not want to see that Rewara again. I want to say she might be what costed them that last round that they were here. Because she got in there and locked down that double door to top Mez, which locked off a teammate and gave Reikai more than enough time to get in and get a good swing down blue stairs. And as I was saying, Real is 0-0, but that doesn't matter too much when you got Bottom, who is 7-2 in 3 rounds. I mean, that's what, an average of at least 2 kills per round? Doesn't seem like a lot until you realize 2 kills is almost half the team. In such a close competitive environment, that's a lot. Again, the full vertical setup coming. They have all the shields in the world. Let's see what they want to pull this time. The Wizard of Oz putting everything down again with this Frost. Will we see another triple Frost mat? That's a question that I want the answer to. See, but he needs to get this shield down before the aggression comes. Love is already up in master bedroom and just making his way downtown. He's got the drones at his feet and his gun to the world. Going for this swing here, almost immediately saying they're getting the pings of, hey, there's stuff set up everywhere. But there is nobody actively playing the shield yet. There is a castle now coming up to assist him. And again, ooh, these footholds can be ever so deadly if played right. And a lot of noise being made. We see Bottom actually bringing the glass this time. Can opener taking open the wall coming into office. And Hacker trying to just annoy at these library windows. If he's able to take this window open, he may be able to pull a kill, maybe even 2 out of it. Real knows that somebody will be pushing that bottom library, this bottom main stairs, sorry, to top Mez. And they are already clearing out the blue stairs utility. Bottom going for his smoke plays with the glass, but the Warden is there, the direct counter finding him. Great pill from Conquer, and Love not able to swing anyone else. Wizard eating a lot of damage here. Real just not able to close him in. And this Reikai push may have been slowed down quite a bit by this. There is a flank coming up Solarium. I see Catalyst there. Love will find the pick though. Wizard still extremely low. Cougar still half health. These guys have got to make something out of their lives. As little HP as they got, they've got to hit some shots here. Yod's eating some through the wall, but taking Zero's head clean off his shoulders with that shot. Love now making the rotate. They're abandoning the upstairs push, it seems. And as low as what Wizard is, he could get the kill. Real could finish him here with a firebolt. Wizard currently playing bottom in Harry Potter of the main mezzanine stairs. But Real is able to swing a good kill there on the Cougar. Here's that C4 rip below, not able to hit anybody with it. 30 seconds left, 3v3 situation. Love now coming up the stairs, trying to hold main. Wizard playing on fireplace stairs, right with his boy Conquer. They're scared of where everyone else is. Love finding one, Real finding one. Now it is Yods taking Love down. Hacker has got to drop and get this kill here, as well as go for a defuser plant. Real going to swing up, jumping the bar and finding the kill. Attackers win it as Reikai goes up 4-0. It all kicked off there, up over the bar like he's Tom Cruise and spraying him down. Reikai on an absolute stampede through this map. 4-0. If you're Floatation, you want to at least bring enough in to get the 4-2 split against Reikai here. That's some high quality H2O. Another bar game setup. If I'm Floatation, I'm saying this is a pivotal round. This is a standpoint that we have got to make. You know, we were so close on the last one. We have got to do it on this one. And there is Love calling him out on it, saying, well, third time's the try. I mean, you know, Reikai, you guys won that last one. You won the one before. Maybe the third time is the try. But you also got to give them that advantage of they almost beat you on that last one. They were extremely close. They were winning some good gunfights. Let's see what they can do. As Cougar is going for a spawn peek here. This has got to be a statement play. Go for the swing. You know they're there now. But there are 3 guns on him. And he will find the first pick onto Love. Love swinging him. Good one there too as they clear out. Someone has been so aggressive and pivotal to their attacks. Bottom now repelling into big window. And clearing with glass. Not your typical entry frag player. And the swings here coming from a zombie. They're not even worrying about Conquer, who is chilling in office. No one's even looking at him. And that is 1 pick. Almost 2, but Zero is able to close him out and not take any damage on it. Lion scans coming in as they now try to push their way through. Real has control of piano and main now office. Ripping open the office wall. And it looks like maybe Floatation wasn't quite set up the way they usually do. Hacker finding one down in sight. Nobody else in sight that could even stop him. If he had Diffuser, he has the play. And I think that might be what he's doing is he's now coming into mud. He has got to get rid of Cougar here. And things become a whole different situation down in OBJ. Excuse me. Smoke's going out. Fires, I believe, will be coming up soon. As they are trying everything they can to clear that top shield. If they clear that, again, that's going to set some difference to this round. Grenade coming out from Hacker, not finding anybody. Catalyst is playing the suicide hold, though. And he will find Hacker as Hacker jumps through the window. 3v2 as Floatation looks to find one, but Zero is there. Wizard with a refrag. It is down to Real, who has got to clutch up. Firing off his blue walk-up, and he will now be going for the swing battle against the Smoke. Smoke playing extremely close, though. And he has that SMG in hand, and we'll close the round out for Floatation as they pull their first round of the 3rd map. Like I said, that was a pivotal round. And they had to win it, and they did just that. Cougar goes, Mama said. Ooh.
Locate and defuse bombs.
Excuse me.
New magazine. Assault! Fixing my evil eye. Reloading.
Why do I feel like you're gonna manage to go bar again? Nope, basement this time. Hey, they're changing up the normal. They went basement this time. So wine cellar. I mean, this time now they are bringing a Legion. Something a little bit different than what we've been seeing. Catalyst on the Maestro. And are we going to see some bandit tricks? I think we are. The aggression already coming from bottom, making his way in library. Real is just handing him some live pings. Love also doubled up with him now. Both these players trying to get in here and start taking some space. What is Maestro doing? Well, he's just up in piano room, coming for a roam. An operator like Maestro is really not something I'd want to risk giving up early on in the game. You need him on these cameras, especially for late. You know, playing him upstairs is not the best play in the world. Bottom eating a lot of damage, but Love taking a kill. And now we're down into a 5v4. Wizard eating some from the vertical. Deciding now, maybe the smart play is to rotate to site. Still getting the live drones. And we're going to see Bottom coming in for a swing here. As they're now coming down for this first floor control. However, we do have Conquer, who is up on second floor still. He's got the backstab play. He's up behind. And Cards, thank you for the raid of 7 viewers, man. Coming in clutch. This is why you're awesome. Thank you, man. Love now trying to play the vertical. I do see a shotgun being played by the defense from Wizard, trying to counteract some vertical here. And honestly, I don't mind it. He can take anybody who tries to walk over to him, except somebody did just walk over to him. And Love finds a pick onto Yods from the blue side. That gets rid of your bandit. No more bandit trick, and I don't think it really mattered all too much. Hacker's already in. Catalyst will find Bottom, though. Love is down there for a 3K, taking him down. 2v4 situation. Reikai want to take this one. Hacker has Diffuser in his hand, and I believe he will be running for plant here. There are 2 smoke canisters left. One hitting him right in the face. Wizard is gunned down, though. Love up to a quad, but Zero steals the ace off him as Reikai goes 5-1 into the half. And again, they are looking absolutely lovely here. To my F1 fans, you'll understand. Absolutely lovely. My phone is on 1%, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta find a phone charger, because that's how I'm running some of my production. Oh no. That's a phone charger. Will that work? Oh, will my controller plug into that one? No, it won't. Okay, so I'm gonna use that for my phone. As we now see Reikai coming onto the defense. They don't have to deal with a blitz or a Brava. They're getting rid of the Azami in the Mira. I mean, very good bans there from these teams.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And I think we're going to see our queen moment here. As Bottom is singing some Freddie Mercury. Or, sorry, that's Real. Sorry, not Bottom. Real is hitting his inner Freddie Mercury going. Putting the lyrics in chat. Or sorry, Simply Lovely. No, absolutely. It's absolute cinema or Simply Lovely. Simply Lovely so far from this Reikai team. Playing ever so aggressive. It is a basement hold, and I think there is only one guy, nah, 2 guys down there. Zero up on a roam. We got Love on a hard roam, and then Hacker finally making his way back to site. Bottom on the clash. Gonna be an absolute annoyance. And Zero's like, hey man, I see their drones. A rappel in from Conquer. I mean, he would be the one that you've got to pick here if you are Zero. Playing in the suicide corner, though, he has the Blackbeard right up there on him. Knows he's going to be swung and gets out just in time. Skin of his teeth, he is still alive. Love, however, is still chilling in offices. I mean, he's in a position now that he can make a great play. Nobody around him that knows he's there. Because if they did, you know, Conquer would have wallbanged him by now. Cougar would have wallbanged him by now. Somebody would have wallbanged him. Yods is out on balcony as they try and play some vertical here. And here comes Zero, just walking himself back up solar side. A lot of drone work coming. Conquer giving up that second floor and now starting to try and rip things open with Ram. There's a lot of drone work being done, but nothing upstairs where it's being played at right now. And Catalyst immediately dropping down. We do have Yods up here and Cougar up here still. Now making a push for blue side is Cougar and Catalyst. Yods is still second floor balcony. And not a care in the world for the guys around him. Zero and Love slowly making their way around. And the Kaid trick will succeed. Yods taken down. Good quick pick there. Bottom finding Conquer. Love finding Cougar. Zero getting Yods. Love getting a double. Killing Catalyst. We now see Wizard. The Wizard of Oz. The man who got a last one that was amazing. You know, that last 4K we seen out of Wizard on border was a great thing. Now it's time for him to one-up that, pull an ace, and bring his team another round. Do not let Reikai get on to match point. And there's one swing dealing some damage, but no kill. I mean, he is just in a bit of a tap fight here. Finding Love. Love playing the best siege of his life. Up 10-5 right now. And we thought Bottom was doing good. The Wizard of Oz now coming in for another swing, but Bottom is right there to shut him down, giving Reikai match point. And ladies and gentlemen, for a grand finals, I did not expect it to be going this way. And Reikai putting the trash talk in of, yo baby, pack it up. I mean, to be fair, the round history right now is not very much in the favor of Floatation Station. 1 round out of 7 as we go into match point for Reikai. They're looking to put this one away. And right now, I mean, look at Zero, Love, Bottom. These dudes are absolutely stellar. Simply lovely. You know, I think I do my best casting when my voice is already shot, because I don't gotta worry about ruining my voice any. And the best part is, the house is empty for the weekend, so I don't even gotta worry about keeping the tone down. We're bringing all the hype tonight. And it has been a very, very exciting grand final so far. Not the closest one, but definitely one packed full of action and excitement. We've seen some good clips hit. I mean, especially, again, that 4K from Wizard was something of beauty. However, Love had to retaliate and said, hey, if you can get one, I can get one too. We see Catalyst bringing out a Blackbeard now. And hopefully we see Floatation Station able to match up and beat the aggression that Reikai have been holding with. Bottom gonna be playing on the kitchen side of the map. Downstairs, he is being live droned though. But nobody coming to peek him. And right now, I don't blame him as he is on fire. Catalyst down in basement. He's got Cougar right behind him. They're going to be coming up the main stairs. But there is a player up above. That is Love saying, you know what? I'm just going to hold these stairs here. Denying them access to even coming up. Which, I mean, forces a rotate. It forces time out of their pockets that they really don't have to burn right now. Catalyst and Cougar both trying to sneak this play. I mean, it's a smart idea to try and sneak it. You gotta be sneaky with this play if you want it to succeed. But they're burning a lot of time into it, and Love already knows you're in basement and has been calm to his team of, hey, watch your stairs, there's one pushing up. But top solar already, that is Conquer taking space and taking room, being live pinged and C4'd by Bottom down below. Laying down as a swing comes from Cougar, but Cougar's just a little bit quicker with it. A fast push up the west main as Love was not watching what he needed to and hands one to them. It costed Bottom, but he already pulled his kill. And did I see a rotate downstairs? I believe we did see Zero down there And Yaws will pick him up as he tries to pull himself back to sight. Catalyst taken down by Love, though. Love now being pushed by everybody. Almost finding the head of Capital. Rotates straight through him. And Yaws picking up his second kill of the round. Wizard now coming in solar. It is a hard solar side take as Cougar is already in there and active. I believe... Oh, that is a very strange cam. It is actually glitched out. As Real finds a kill onto Wizard. A 2v2 for Hacker. And Real. Hacker going to be spraying, finding Cougar in the head. It is now Yods. Last one alive. Has got to clutch in for his team. Good try, guys, from Love. As he repels in, he is swung down by a Hacker. Reikai take the Season 14 Grand Final. And a 3-0 victory. 7-1 on map 3. And we end the night. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. What a game. I mean, that is no easy feat. Going 3-0 in a grand finals. Let alone against, I mean, it's a GNL league. It's a pretty competitive league. And Reikai just breezed through it like it was nothing. Let's see, does anybody want interviews? Reikai interviews, question mark? Let's see if we can get those guys in here. Because that was an absolutely stellar game. These guys played out of their minds tonight and just did God's work out there. Bottom drawer, the team captain said, sure, come on in. A sub 3-hour grand finals, might I add. So I can just join. Oh,
Server
Oh.
muted.
Why are you server muted?
Server muted?
Nah.
W.
Wait, why is he server muted?
I don't know.
Now, watch this is real. You have permission to speak.
Shit.
so I'm server
She
muted.
said they all. Oh, never mind. I can't say that.
Aquila,
Bro,
I'm
Got
server
perms
muted.
in here.
Proto got perms is crazy.
Aquila. Oh, there we go.
Oh shit, we good.
There we go.
Oh, W.
All right. So what are the vibes like? Because that was insane. A 3-0
I'm not gonna lie,
in grand
we're,
finals.
We were singing,
we were singing
Bohemian
Queen,
Rhapsody.
Yeah,
the
I
entire
kind of
last
caught
month.
that whenever I seen Mama and then ooh 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 go through chat.
Yeah, no. It's Scrim League, you know?
Oh, it's a scrim league.
Scrim
Yeah.
League.
All right.
Yeah, tell him
okay.
thanks for scrim. You know.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, Love went absolutely off that game. Like, that was a great
Damn.
call to have him in. Now, let's look at Border real quick, because there's that 4K from Wizard, the Wizard of Oz, that stuck out to me. What was the mentality on you guys' side to just keep swinging?
So borders are permaban.
All right.
We never played it. So we figured might as well just jump out all the windows, give him a charity round, because 7-1 every map didn't look great.
All right.
Our
Understandable.
game plan was keep swinging them on there.
Yeah, it was
Ah.
pretty obvious. That was fun.
So what was some of the game plans coming into this? Was it just let's go full aggressive? Because like,
Fury mentality. Don't
Ah.
stop peeking.
I mean, fair enough. I noticed that a lot. Now, I mean, you guys' defenses were just well coordinated, and like the comms for those, was it hectic or was it just level-headed speaking?
Level-headed on defense.
Level-headed
Attack's a
on
different
defense.
story.
All right. I see it.
I wasn't even the call for any of the game.
You weren't?
Nah.
No, he was. He's trolling.
I mean, I don't know. There were some times where I'm like, yeah, these guys have each other muted or something.
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely times where we were like, it's a 4v2, 4v1, just swing. Don't really matter.
Fair enough. Now, any highlight moments for you guys that you can think of, or?
I got nitroed 5 times in 2 rounds and only died once. I count that as a win.
Yeah, bottom is our C4 in that game. No matter what game we play, no matter who they play, there's a C4. Bottom is 90% of the time he's dead or downed.
All right. Now, Bank. There was a attack round from, I believe, you guys that stuck out to me. It was an absolute failed push that somehow resulted in Diffuser going down and you guys winning the round. It was in basement. Do you guys remember the calls for that one or no?
What round was that? I remember the failed rush, but I know we just
Well,
lost
the
that
failed
straight
rush
up.
Oh,
was
the
hilarious.
defense round?
No, it was I think an attack round from you guys.
For basement? We only
it
attacked it
wasn't-
twice. One was the failed rush, the other one was just a default clear, which I think we got cased down with like
I didn't
4
want to say it
people
was
still
a
up?
failed. It was a sketchy as F one because there was smokes, fire, and everything, and you guys still just
no, we were
balls
fine.
to walls
Yeah.
it.
So
No, we
we
were
opened
confident.
up wall, and I saw the fires, and I immediately said to the bottom,
Yeah.
this guy's not going to hit me, I can plant.
Yeah, so they
Yeah,
kept,
I'm remembering
messing
that.
up, they kept messing up the Tachanka lineup, and we popped all the Goyos with 40 seconds, so we knew we had like 15 to 20 to get plant down, and I burnt all the smokes on marble prior, so I know they didn't have anything for denial. Plus, we knew they had no nitros, so we don't care if we have to execute in the last 10 seconds as long as we have the setup ready for the execute. So it wasn't really hectic at all for us. We kind of knew exactly what was happening.
Alrighty. Now, was there any rounds where you guys were like we absolutely have to lock in here, or was it all just having fun?
No,
We're just kind of vibing.
we took the tack time out on border because I wanted to yell at my team. That's it.
Smart. You know, they deserved it at times.
Mhm.
Especially this this Zero guy.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
Yeah, sometimes,
Oh.
yeah.
Yo.
He's
I'll
actually
speak
our
on his name.
he's our 8th string sub.
Yo.
I can't wait for him to hear that on the stream.
He's gonna love it, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting on that. Nah, but honestly, you guys played absolutely just simply lovely. It was insane. Like GG's to all 5 of you. I'm gonna jump over to the flotation call and see if they want to chat.
All right.
Or-
Yeah,
See
yeah,
ya.
yeah.
Good
GG's,
night,
thanks for
guys,
passing.
and yeah, congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
Thank you.
My
Hey,
fault
is
as
that
well.
cool if I
Hold on,
talk?
hold on, hold on. Hey, what's up, buddy?
We're still streaming. Do you guys want to say any words or
Yeah,
not?
that's fine.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
they played a really good game. That's really all it was. They came in, they outplayed us, as you saw. The team play was a lot better than ours. Our drone work needed work. Nobody was fully locked in. They got it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that was pretty well said. I was
Yeah.
just coming in. I was
They
gonna say
beat
you
us.
guys. Yeah, you guys played a pretty, pretty farewell game. Bob the Wizard, you are the Wizard of Oz, sir. After that border round, that was the spark that just I was sitting there hyped up and almost crying in my chair, screaming because I was hoping for the
So, you
reverse
want to know
sweep.
the really sad thing?
what?
The clip got corrupted.
No way. Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, the audio's
Thankfully-
there. It is completely gray screen. I'm actually gonna cry. I'm gonna have to go
thankfully,
match replay,
That's-
clip that, and overlay the audio.
Match replay exists and it is on stream, and you have my full permission to use clip it in stream and use it if you want.
Huge W mans.
Yeah, I was coming to say
I did get the other 4K though. That one worked.
Oh, yeah, another 4K. Oh yeah,
Just
you did.
casually strolling around as mute.
Yeah, I was just coming in to say GG's to you guys. I mean, hell of a game. You did awesome. I mean, it was a heartbreaking.
Yeah,
losses
no,
on
I
the
definitely
match,
wouldn't say. I definitely wouldn't say that, but
Well, I say
The
awesome
biggest
is a
thing-
loose term. You guys
good
played
old-fashioned
very
ass
well.
beating.
Yeah.
yeah, that was a good old fashioned ass beating. That was BTA
Hey,
definition of it.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Losses happen. Take it and swing the next.
Absolutely. They'll see us again.
If nothing else, this did expose several issues that we need to work on.
See, it's always a teaching
Issues
moment.
that
We-
until they get
we just
solved,
keep
we are
doing the
going to
best-
get. We're going to keep being inconsistent until we permanently fix the issues that we have because
yeah.
we were doing really well, and it honestly feels like we've regressed.
All right. Well, any closing words? Because I'm gonna take off and go close the stream
Yes.
out.
I want you to know they will see us again very shortly.
Alrighty. I'll
Yeah.
see you guys around the block.
All right, GG's, man. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, you have a
GGs.
good night, man. Thank
Hey,
you.
you
Thank
too.
you for casting.
No problem. It was actually
Yeah,
pretty
appreciate you.
entertaining. Alrighty, guys. So they're taking that loss on the chin, and they're moving on to the next. GG, go next. It is what it is. I mean, that's the thing in Siege. Losses happen. I mean, it's a heartbreaking 3-0 finals, but losses happen. It's a game. You're always going to have another one. Just play next week, play tomorrow, play the next day. So to Reikai, I'm going to say GG to you guys. Y'all did freaking stellar. but don't just, say we're the, champions here. Use this as your building point. Win the next season. Win the season after that. The Floatation Station, y'all, I see you everywhere. Y'all just got to locker in a little bit more. But again, you have a building point now. As you guys already stated, you found your issues. You know what they are. This is your building point to become a super team. Clean it up, lock it in, move on to the next. Now, for everybody here, I'm done being my coach after the game. I can be the Saturday or the Monday night football coach every day. But back to being me. Just thank all of you guys for coming out. It seriously means the world to me. I wouldn't be here without anybody, coming in to support. I wouldn't be who I am. Y'all have helped me a lot. And at the end of the day, just thank you. You guys, supporters here, it means the world to me. So hearts up.